Welcome one and all to something a little bit different here today. So we've got dry conditions for qualifying the race, but I'm doing my first live stream with a live commentary, and we're here for the final round of the Asia Cup, in with a chance of the championship. We're currently 18 points off King David, who is at the top, and he is here racing today. But I'm hoping for a bit of fortunes with F1 2020 coming out today, so hopefully some of the guys have been playing on that and we can try and profit from maybe a bit of changing back to a different game to race here now. But we're going to go out on the soft combo tyres. That's what we're going to do our main run in the session. Start on soft, so see it's a dry race and dry quali, so we're going to be going for it out now, heading out on track. I put a setup on the car. Almost panicked that I thought I didn't put a setup on the car.
A few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get
Let's
out
check
there
what it
before
is.
it gets busy.
Yeah, it's my one. Okay, a bit panicked there. Just didn't put the setup on. We'll get out going now. First flying lap, and we'll get on with the session and get ready to do some qualifying. Here, the final time in Asia Cup. It's been a great 8 races for me, winning 2 of them, 3 pole positions. I couldn't have asked for much more. Get my first wins in RLH. I'm just waiting to get out on track. I haven't got a clue what we're waiting for. What are we doing? And out we come now as we waited for absolutely nothing. Me and my teammate both coming out. Also, we're right at the top fighting for the Constructors' Championship. So that's another big thing to keep an eye on potentially. Me and Jeff going for glory in the Constructors with the Haas team. We come out in formation, ready to get qualifying underway. Also running a new helmet for this race. You know, a bit of a homage to the colours on the Japanese flag. Try and give us a bit of luck. I know red's quite a lucky colour in this part of the world. And I thought I'd just mix it up for the final race of the season. We run onto the grass and almost lose the car. And that could have ended very badly indeed. Getting the tyres into that optimum window as we make our way towards the hairpin. A couple of yellow flags in the final sector, but I think Suzuka's not my strongest track at all. I haven't done as much practice as in comparison to some of the other races this season, but nevertheless we're gonna give it a roll, and you never know, it's gonna be very hard to do. David's been so consistent this season, but the championship could still be up for grabs. This lap's just gonna be a banker, so we've got quite a bit of fuel on board the car at the moment, so this won't be the best lap we can possibly do. We'll see how it goes. Oh, a bit deep in there. Start the flying lap now. Teammate just up the road. We've got Alfa Romeo coming out of the pit lane, and hopefully he doesn't hold us up an absolute tree. He's going to park beautifully there and keep out of our way. Very wide through there. Turn 1 and 2. Absolutely on it through this middle sector, and going into the first of the Degners. Let's say that's the first time on the mediums though, so we still gonna hopefully have a bit more time in our hands on that. Make our way towards Spoon Curve. And now onto the back straight towards 130R now. Teammate just up the road. We see what we are in comparison to Lurch so far. 7 tenths up at the moment on the Ferrari driver as we come towards the final corner. .1:29 flat, not too bad. And as a bank lap's not too shabby. I want to get into the 1 minute. I want to try and get into the 1 minute 28 on my best lap, so that's the goal for this session. Got to watch out the Alfa Romeo just behind us. Don't have to move out his way like he did for us. But back to the pits as Dostros said, so Bottas's time is very good.
Their best lap time is a 1 minute 29.4.
Oh wow, we're only just ahead of Bottas. Oh, the Alfa Romeo's lost it behind me. What a lap from Bottas. He's currently third in the championship. He can jump me if he gets a win and I score less than 5 points. But whilst we can still win the championship here, the only person that can win the championship, the main goal is definitely to win the constructors. Currently 9 points clear, and I'm glad to have both. It's great to have both me and Jeff racing here, so we can try and seal that up. Mercedes are going to be tough to beat, and you see that lap from Bottas. It's going to be one hell of a task. No, Ferrari's gone off down in the S's. We're going to pull into the pit lane, get some fresh tyres and drop the fuel load to try and have another go. It was a decent enough banker lap. And I'm pretty sure that's 9 tenths quicker than what I managed last season. So in season 6 we've got to wait for our teammate now, and surely all the guys to run out as well. I've never had this. Are they going to have to run out to put me away? Or is just no one going to put me away? They just despawned. Oh, that's class. Nevertheless, pretty decent first lap, and still a lot to improve on. And I'm sure we can still find a bit of time, and I'm very happy with that opening lap. I'll have a look now and see what my last time was when I did this. Because I think when I did the race in SFR, I didn't actually manage to get a clean lap in. Just a few issues here and there. What we're looking at time-wise at the moment, currently on provisional pole, but a lot of guys setting their laps on medium, so still definitely room to improve. And where is King David? Not set a lap yet. Is he on one at the moment? Going through the first sector. Let's see if we can find him. Watch his lap and see what he can do. I'll just a quick look to see what I managed last season. It was a 1 minute 29.8, already 8 tenths up on what we managed last season, so doing really well at the moment. King David making his way, a lot of curb there, and he's on soft tyres as well. I think this could be a provisional pole time for David, and he does. He just nips me to go on to pole.
So
Got to work cut out then. It's time to put the fuel load down and go for it properly.
Everyone ready?
And see what we can do. Try and get that pole time back. I think we've got 3 poles in the Edge Cup this season, if I'm correct. Abu Dhabi, Bahrain and Russia. Started on pole in Baku, Azerbaijan, but that was because of Brent getting a penalty. But currently P2 looking pretty good at the moment. Nice clear track as well. Got one Mercedes behind us. I think we just keep at a nice decent pace, we should stay ahead of him. Of course, looking alright for Haas at the moment for the constructors. So the gap to Amid behind us.
Their best lap time is a 1 minute 29.2.
It's very close to the top. I think there is more to our lap time, it must be said. I still think there's a bit of time on the table. Through, definitely through the S's. and potentially down at the second Degner. And just across the whole lap, we can just push a little bit harder. And I think with the fuel load coming down as well, that should really help. Get ready to start our flying lap. Up in overtake, is already getting on that delta. Car just being a hell of a lot lighter. Down into turn number 1 now. A little bit down, that's not ideal. A few mistakes. A lot more aggressive route then, that time was a hell of a lot of time. Again, finding more time on this lap. It's going to be close between me and David, it seems, in qualifying. Going out of spoon. Decent enough exit, and we're still finding time on that delta. Make the trip to the final couple of corners. Deciding not to put up into overtake. We don't have a lot of ERS left to play with, almost using it all.
Fantastic. That was the fastest lap.
Boom! Yes! Got it in there at the end. I'm going to quickly come in, try and do one more run. I've got to protect these because these could be the tyres we start the race on. With gyros. Ooh, McLaren just up here. And like he just stays out of the way very nicely for us. David's just about to start a flying lap. The car definitely feeling good at the moment. There's still a lot more time to find in turn 1. It's got 5 minutes left in the session, so I'm going to have to box straight away now and I think go straight back out. That middle sector was a lot better that time around. I think a little bit of time to find in that first sector. We got a personal best in time trials of 28.3. So there's still time on the table, but very happy with that 1 minute 28.6. Currently putting us on provisional pole.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
May have just sped into the pit lane. Luckily there's no penalties for that at the moment. Got quite nervous then because you get a penalty in the race. So have to be much more careful when doing it in the race. Nevertheless though, on provisional pole, where we want to be at the moment. King David, so that guy appeared out of absolutely nowhere. Our teammates coming into the pit lane now. Hopefully not held up too much, because we try and get out one more time. It's gone on the mediums again, interestingly enough. Have a quick look at the session. So to David, we're finding time in that first sector. Well, geez, we're miles up in the first sector, but it's that last sector we're actually quite slow. I think he's just getting the power down out of the last corner, maybe derating a bit as well. Where about our teammate on mediums, I think, coming in to do another run on the softs at the moment. Going to risk it and put it down to 5 kg fuel as well. Ooh, 4%. That was good. Good run. We'll get ready to go out. We'll leave it late. Bosm's quick in that final sector. On the mediums, though, he's not changing that medium lap. He's so quick. Sam with 10th. And jeez, I thought I'm running quite low wings. Guess I'm quite quick in the first sector compared to everybody else. 2 tenths clear. Oh no, he's gone pole. Oh damn it. He's slow in the final sector, it's not me. Jeez, that was quick from David. I wasn't paying attention there. He's not mucking about today. He wants to win it outright. I think it's time to go out though. On track for the final run. Let's just see what we can do. Hoping for a slight miracle in the race. Of course, we're currently 9 points clear at the top of the constructors, so I think the main goal definitely at the moment, just to make sure we outscore Mercedes by 5 points. And man, that donkey goes in a P4. Speaking of Mercedes, so the Mercedes are going to be battling hard away with us as well. But I'm very happy it's a dry race. I must say, much more confident in the dry, and I don't use traction control, so that definitely makes it a hell of a lot harder in the slippery condition. Normally 37 left in this session, we can just cruise around. We've got a Alfa Romeo behind us. I'm not sure if he's on a flyer. We'll let him pass if he closes up. Ahmed goes, Mag actually up in a P3. What a lap time from the Racing Point. Had great pace in
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving.
no, oh.
Their best lap time is a 1 minute 28.8.
Ooh, getting to 28s as well, so we could be challenged for this P2 right at the death. Making our way onto the final straight. I think I'll shut up for this lap because I want to try and get it in as perfect as we possibly can. Try and snatch pole off Dave. It's going to require one hell of a lap right at the end of the session. Clear track in front.
Seconds left in the session.
Watch the bump. I'm not going to put him to overtake. I don't want to derate right at the end of the lap. It's going to cost us time down this main straight. Hopefully we can make it up into turn 1. Oh, that's it. Ah. Lost it. That's annoying. We're going to be second. And the McLaren. Oh, Monkey Monk's gone off. Just a loss of traction out of the hairpin, and that is very frustrating. As Judgy just gets out of the way. I think he's down the order at the moment, so he's going to need a good race for us. Come across the line just to finish things off. He's got a good set of softs at the moment for the race. And we'll see who's on a lap at the moment. Ahmed's only car on a lap, and he's naturally not. He's not flying. Asfin stands. King David takes pole. He's in the pit lane as well. We're in P2. Maggot third. Phil takes fourth. Ahmed fifth. 2 Mercedes, 6th and 7th. So that's big for us. Josh 8th. Lurch 9th. Jazzy Jeff taking 10th. But that's alright. And he's starting on a different tyre as well. Just have a look. Yeah, he's on the mediums, so that will help him out hopefully. And the 2 McLarens at the back at the moment. What's the yellow flag for? Might be Ahmed having a moment. Yeah, that's very good. P2, Maggot's been very quick in these final couple of rounds of the season. and he's 2 tenths back. It's sort of 2 tenths from David to me, and then 2 tenths from me to Maggot. Of course, perfect so far for the podium, and of course perfect as well for the constructors, which is the main aim of today. We just wait for qualifying to end. Lovely shot of the new helmet there, got a bit of a red and white, and that's to bring me a bit of luck. I'm just trundling around waiting for the session to end. When will the session end? Who are we still waiting for? I don't even know who we're waiting for. Everyone's finished. Qualifying's complete in 10 seconds, so potentially waiting for that, but God knows. Here we go. Qualifying is over. And it's P2 for the Japanese Grand Prix in the final and 8th round of the Asia Cup around the Suzuka International Circuit. It's a completely dry race, judging by the initial indication, but P2 on the soft tyres. Bottom was a very good lap on the mediums, must be said, in 7th. But we're in a very good position to do well in this race, right behind David. I mean, what a lap from David, 28.4. And I'm assuming he's very happy with that and looking to get the job done today. I think he only needs, even if I won the race, he only needs to get 8 points, which is a 6th place finish. So with that kind of pace, he should be finishing top 6. But we'll give it our all, as we always do. Waiting to get the race underway. Should be a dry race. Please no rain. I can't be dealing with rain. Struggling enough as it is around Suzuka. After my spin last week, I don't need any more spins. Because I was on for a win last week, but spun and came 9th. It's very dark though, jeez. Right, we're going for that strategy. It's 27 laps, so we'll go for 28 laps worth of fuel. I'll use 28.2. Nice round number, and that'll do me nicely. Like a nice round number, gives us 1.2 laps worth of fuel to use as a bit of overtake potentially. We're waiting for a few others to sort the strategies out, and we'll get racing for the final time in this 2019 Haas. And it served me well. Didn't actually want to be in the Haas at the start of the season, but nevertheless served me well. And looking to go well as we get ready for the formation lap. And I know King David, he does quite like a slow formation lap. So we'll see what he does. This time around, let's try and get the heat into the tyres as best we can. Because we need a good start, not the greatest start. So I think if we come out still top 3 after the start phase, that'll be very good for us. Indeed. The top 3 is what we're going to come about. Phil, I know, he's a very good starter. Has got me a few times at the start. I remember last race of RLH Season 6 in Japan. He started right at the back and worked his way up. Got past me easily as I was struggling in the wet. We had inter conditions for that race. Nice and dry today. Just trying to get the tyres warmed up as absolutely best we can. Make sure we don't run into the back of David. We've already done that once under a safety car in Russia. That cost us big points, so it's my own mistakes which has cost me in this championship. And I've had more wins than David, but it's just been a lot more consistent and not making silly errors which I have made myself. No rain expected from Jeff. Not Jazzy Jeff, of course it's the everyone's favourite race engineer. Wait for our car to get taken control of, which I assume will be very soon. Or not. Oh, back me up anymore. Please take over my control of my car. There we go. Oh, this is going to be a sweaty 27 laps. Maggott's going to be relentless from behind. So is Phil. So are the two Mercedes. Hoping Jazzy Jeff can make some progress from P10, starting on the medium tyres as well. But as we move across to line up in P2, wait for the two McLarens at the back to slot into their grid position. We'll get ready to go racing. And here we go. Here are the lights. Building up the revs. Oh, they were... And we lost a position, lost two positions. Such poor start. The lights were so quick. Oh, I'll go slow through this bit. And then he speeds off, of course he would. Phil is not going to, he's going to wide there. Go on, Maggot. Of course I don't wish for any contact, but get past him nonetheless. Phil is already onto the back of me. Quite a lot. Got to fend from that Ferrari. Use the slipstream in front. Oh, taking out the... Oh! Oh, Bosman's is out. Safety car. Safety car is out. Do not... He's lost it on the bump, actually. And that is massive for the constructors. Absolutely massive. It's now one Mercedes in the race. And of course, that's the main goal here. Going for the constructors, and he is out. On those mediums as well, he was looking very, very racy, looking for that alternate strategy. And the field's already bunched up. We should probably get racing into this lap. Oh, I got an awful launch off of the off of that bump. Lucky Phil was a little bit further back that time around. And now I guess we got probably 2 laps under the safety car. Pit stops are about, when are the pit stops? About 10-11. Don't have to worry about teammate as well because he's on the medium tyres. Tempting to pit now. Got it hard to the end or something. Just try something different. But I just think they'll be too slow. They're quite slow on this track. You need that grip through that first sector. Soft to medium is the ideal strategy. Also, we're currently soft and lost 2 positions there. We had to give Amy the room on the outside, just avoiding contact against turn 1. Of course, it's very easy to make contact into the turn 1/2 at Suzuka. And we'll be hoping we can try and make our way back up onto the podium. I think that's the goal, podium, and wrap up the constructors, which of course we're doing at the moment. Nevertheless, podium's the goal. And yeah, we'll be on the safety car for at least 1 more lap. This gives us a chance to cool the engine down. Also regain a bit of fuel, regain a bit of ERS. Anyone going to make an early pit stop? It was tempting, 11 people in the field. Who's that driving into pit lane? Josh in the pit lane. Oh, our teammates in the pit lane as well. And I think we just had 2 cars in the pit lane. I think one of McLaren's in the pit lane as well. Whoever the lead McLaren was, I assume it was them. But Maggot does look very racy in second place at the moment. I hope the new game, the safety car's quicker, because honestly, it's you have to actually like focus not to hit people. Trying to slow as I almost feel it almost goes in the back of me by accident. Eyes are almost going to the back of Amit to slow down. What's the engine's looking good, 100 degrees. I think everything's under control at the moment. But I mean, we know he has great pace. Of course, winner last time out in Singapore. Great win from him, getting his first win. I think in definitely the season, but I think the first win in RLH as well. Of course, we contended with him for the win. I think in the first race in Australia, we were up against the two Alfa Romeos that day. And the safety car is just so slow in those slow speed corners. Tyre wear is going to be a big thing at the start, I think. Oh, sorry, tyre temperature. David, I think what he's doing, he's like yeah, we're not bringing the lock at the moment. I'm sure we're going to get ready. Surely we're going to go restart this lap. Surely. Yeah, we are. Oh, and he loves backing up the field. I appreciate he's letting the safety car go, but we've got a car off track there. Come on, a little bit quicker than 40 kilometers an hour. And he gets going. I'm just glad we got away cleanly. He was looking really racy on the back of us already. We need to try and get on the back of Amit. He's in the first lap in anger. How is Phil keeping so close to me? I just have no speed at the start. Get past, I'm not even near him. At the moment, Maggot is closer than I am, so hopefully he can get in amongst the fight. At the front, start using a bit of slipstream. 32.8, I'm doing similar lap times. Ooh, change of P2, this could get interesting. Side by side. Went for a gap that just seemed to be ever closing. Tried to get the switchback, it could have been a really nice move. All this is doing is allowing King David to get away as you get on the curves. Might start profiting a bit of DRS, but I think there's a bit of gap back to the first of the two Mercedes. And there's a battle for, I think what's going to be P7. Going so deep into Spoon. feel is still there. I'm struggling quite a bit. To be fair, after Ahmed making a move, Maggot's gone straight onto the back. Oh, DRS is only enabled now. Check your strategy. Your new strategy option, don't let me press it. Go a bit longer on the softs. Oh, and off goes Maggot. Into the wall, and that gives us P3. Not great for the championship fight, because he was looking very racy. Behind King Dave, and Maggot's had a big moment. I think he might have collected someone further at the back too. We have to plough on. Hopefully our teammate's out of that, I'm not too sure. Nah, he's clear, he's ahead of Josh. King David's not sprinting off though, so we got a good chance in this race at the moment. Ferrari still behind us, currently standing a nice little P3. We're just about within DRS range. He's had a good lap this time around, Ahmed. We got DRS off him too. Don't think he's got DRS, but gained quite a bit in that final sector. And I think we just got to play the long game here. Only got 20 laps left in the race. The first sector we're gaining the time at the moment. Need to be careful on the curves. Ahmed's almost had a moment there. But there's no DRS deployment. Keeping out of film, we're closing up on Ahmed at the moment. Pass could be on the offing. Geez, why are we closing up to him so much? Oh, that was interesting. Let's get the sugar out of me there. My screen's just gone black, so quick pause and back on. Might even be looking down the main straight. Gap 4 tenths at the moment between me and Ahmed. Struggling through that final corner, tucked underneath him. I don't think he has DRS. David looks to be having slowing down a touch out front. Maybe just going to a bit of management. Maybe giving Ahmed the DRS so I can't get close. Who knows? Trying to do a Hamilton. He did that perfectly, to be fair to him. In Singapore. He was relentless in Singapore. Kept me behind even on those softs. I'm happy where I am at the moment in the race. Starting to build a gap back to... Oh, Ahmed's got past. Someone there. Lurch, I think. He got past Lurch. He's still ahead of the Alpha. That's really good news. Oh, look at this. He's going proper defensive already. We're not particularly quick in a straight line. Just let them fight, in all honesty. They're getting very close. This uses to help my lap times along, I think.
Fuel target +1.
Go on, Hamid. Go on, son. And that was a good move from Hamid. He has been quick these last 2 races. And I know for a fact he's been on F1 2020 today. So, switching back to the other game, he's quick. Oh, the Phil's had a pit stop, I think. He's no longer behind us. It's probably a good time to do some ERS saving, save the energy deployment. Because that gives you extra speed as you deploy more energy, electricity to the engine. Just save it because I think Team David could be looking for a way back past into the lead if he gets a good enough exit. Got to man like Donkey, couple of seconds at the moment. I think Phil might be the one to watch out for on the fresh tyres. Hamid goes fastest lap of the race. We're still doing 33s. So happy with that. Definitely. And to be fair, the Age Cup has gone to a lot of tracks that I'm not that comfortable with, and that's what happens when you start talking through the S's. Gone to a lot of track. Oh, Jazzy Jeffins up in a 4th now. Get in there for Manadonki in the pit lane. And that's our first track limits penalty. See what David's got.
Their tyres are 9 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:33.3. We're gaining by around 0.2 per lap.
David has no penalties as of yet. I think 1 for how old these tyres are is not too bad. Starting to get to the end of their life. Let's see what they're looking at. And mid-30s, mid to late 30s, so that's not too bad. Mano Donkey and Phil are going to be the ones to watch coming out of the pit lane. And you can see where Hamid comes out. We're still 2 laps away from our pit stop.
Gap to teammate behind is 6.8 seconds.
I hope Hamid comes in the pit lane this lap. Try and make an overcut work or something. Yeah, David's got ahead of him. I don't think we can rest on our laurels too much though. If Hamid doesn't pit this lap, I think I will. Yeah, I think he's starting to struggle a touch. Make the call to Jeff, just in case he doesn't pit. Oh, a bit wide in that. McLaren's just gone off. See what Hamid does. If he doesn't, we'll pull into the pit lane. Let's go. Give it everything on this lap. He's come out literally just ahead of David. Improving. And they're going to start battling, I think. Let's give it absolutely everything. Turn up to 11. They're quite a bit ahead of Phil at the moment. Come on, little Haas. Up by 0.2. The gap's big enough from Phil to slot into.
This lap, give us the best in lap you can.
The last lap was pretty good. Up Dunlop. Oh, a bit of apex on the outside, that is risky. They're still battling away. A little bit down on this lap, but... There's 11 cars left in the race. Only one retiree. Good little battle for P2 at the moment. Of course, that's probably not P2, of course. So we're going hard. We're setting personal best, so whatever I do not speed. Oh, that was close. Bang on though. Come on, ass boys.
Go now.
Coming out the pit lane now, they're just round in the final corner. I think they're going to have me. We've got fresher tyres, so, yeah, it's just fast lap of the race.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Probably worth the risk. Not bad, considering that was close. Down to P6, of course, but see if we can get up to back of King David, because he was the first person to come to pit lane. We've got fresher tyres on him. Try and utilise that fresh rubber potentially. We get the tyres fired up. Get a bit of slipstream from it. Looks like Hamid is starting to check out. They were very close when they came out the pit lane. Phil behind us still. Hamid is flying at the moment. Those mediums are going well on him.
4.3 seconds.
I think this could be it, in all honesty. Appreciate there's 12 laps left, but it's going to be down to me not crashing, I think, in all honesty. Getting that constructors win. I mean, the guys ahead has got good pace as well, so I think I much need to hope for some penalties, in all honesty. See if Dave's got any.
Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 32.9.
No, not just yet. Ahmed is flying off at the moment. Yeah, there's someone quicker than me in a straight line as well. Starting to pull to the side, trying to break the total 3 times up on our personal best. Come on, let's get past him. Couldn't make it stick and I couldn't hang in there. We've never come P3, funnily enough, in any league race, so let's make sure we don't. That doesn't happen today. Maybe there's a safety car, I'm going to change that. I think we've got better pace than David on these mediums. I'm not one for a shy move. Up in a P2, let's chase after Ahmed. If we can. Try and dispatch David though a touch, if at all possible. To push away as much as we can through this final part of the lap, just break the toe from David. Going personal best on this lap, got the gap to 1.2 seconds, that's really important. Ooh, oh yes, fastest lap. Let's go. I think Suzuka is a track I definitely prefer in race trim, because when you get in that rhythm it is nice. Need to do a bit more to save the ERS, I think, at this moment in time. because that could be important if we get up to the back of Ahmed for the win. Where are the Mercedes? One Mercedes behind our teammates actually on the back of him now. That's big for us. In the constructors, wow, strong final sector. How did he gain 2.9 seconds? Oh, it was the other house, the other alpha.
P2, second place.
It's going to get a little bit of sway, I think, for the next couple of laps. Definitely strongest in that first sector, I think, in comparison to other guys. Managing this ERS as best we can. I think for the race I've been very happy with P2. You know, catching David was going to be an impossible task. In all honesty, it was requiring a miracle. Because of course, I mean, we only got 11 people. We'd have to come in the bottom half of the field and with his pace this season. You know, that's a lot to ask. You know, him to have a poor performance, but slowly getting in on Ahmed through that middle sector. We're getting good speed. Again, there we go, he pulls back 2/10 in that final sector. He goes on a 2.5 at the moment.
3 seconds.
Ah, Jazzy Jeff's gone fastest. He's got past the Mercedes? Yeah, he has now. That's good for us. And we'll see now what we can do about Ahmed in this first sector. He looks like he's pulled away, in all honesty. Oh no, we gained back 2/10. Seven laps to go, all still to play for. And of course, you know, I was always focused on the Constructors' Championship. I knew Jazzy Jeff was quick, but we're giving it all. Spag giving us some motivation as well. I think he's streaming the race as well, so big thanks to Spag, and I'm giving it everything. Because you never know, it could force a mistake. That gap's still around the mid 2.4 seconds gap behind, now 3. And yeah, I want to get my second Constructors win of the of my RLH career. One last season, a bit fortunate. Oh, that's 31.5. A bit fortunate to be put into the Red Bull team. With Shabby, of course, moved up to C2, but nevertheless, you know, I think I've shown this season that I'm not a person that just is carried. So really happy with performance this season. Didn't expect any wins at all. Ooh, and as if by magic, that gap now is down to 1.7. I think it was. Alfa Romeo is looking a lot closer. I'm just hoping for like a safety car and David gets mobbed up or something, or you know, something along those lines. I don't know what to do as a safety car. Do I pit? Go on to softs, maybe? That's probably the sensible call at the moment. Gap, they're coming down between me and Ahmed. He's on 1.4 seconds now. So I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe we're doing a bit of fuel saving that time around.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
So tricky through these S's and so easy just to overdo it. Oh, that's a nice sound on the curb. See what the gap is this time around. 1.3. He's found some pace somewhere. Actually close the door a little bit more. What's so frustrating is I'd actually be winning the championship if I didn't spin in Singapore, but you know, that's racing for you. But that mistake cost me the championship win ultimately. Because as Bob Rossi said on the commentary, clear win at the time. And did a lot of practice for Singapore, so really gutting. Curse of Singapore, it seems, not had a good league race there ever. As you can see from the video itself. We got DRS? Oh, not yet. He is quick for this final sector, which is worrying for me. I'm a 10th down on my personal best, so setting really good lap times at the moment.
The car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form.
Getting through this middle sector, it seems we just have the car set up better for it. I think might be running a bit more of a faster car on the straights. And King David, 5.7 seconds back. You know, we can't afford any risks. We're going way too deep in there. Good exit. That fuel is coming down even though I'm in standard, so you know, I'm quite aggressive on the gearbox, which is not great for the car. Closing on, and now that gamer tag is still there. We could have DRS. Looks like one of McLaren's has just pitted, so that's why he's behind us on the mini map. Ooh, personal best. 200s up. Let's see if we can close in on him. Struggling in that dirty air, the closer we get to him. I think McLaren's closing in on me as well. Oh, this is big actually. Does he have any penalties?
Mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:32.1. You're falling back by 1/10 a lap.
No penalties, damn it. I didn't even know it was last race. He's a very clean and consistent driver. Oh, big twitch there. Closing in on him through spoon curve.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Come on, little Haas. Give me everything. 210s up in the middle sector. We're going to get a bit quiet over these next couple of laps, just right on the back of that Alfa Romeo now. Saving that ERS as best we can as he goes onto the grass now. Let's keep with him now. We're a lot closer this time around. Oh, not many laps left of racing. And back, he's gone deep. Come on, another move into 130R. I'm not afraid to. Come on, let's cross us on a straight line.
Reduce ERS deployment.
Oh, that's jumping about.
Behind is 13.3 seconds.
Right, close again. Just try and pounce this time around. It's the penultimate lap of the race.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Come on, little Haas. Give me everything. Oh! What?
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I'm
Final lap.
sorry if I got in his way, but that was crazy. Don't know how we're still in the race. Ooh, without any damage. I apologise to David. I mean, I was so skittish out of that corner. We got ourselves a 3-second time penalty as well, which I mean, got damage? A little bit.
The gap to the car behind is 1.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 16 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 34.5. We're losing about 5 seconds a lap. This pace is far too slow.
I think we're just going to keep ahead into the final corner. Obviously, we're definitely struggling. Lost 6 seconds to him. And P2, which becomes P3, P4 now. Crazy penalty, man. Got the penalty for spinning off. So not a great end to the season, but I mean, I think that penalty should be removed. I feel like I'll gain second place back, because I mean, what, you know, how can I avoid a penalty like that? If we get that reviewed, have a look at it. But yeah, Constructors' Championship nonetheless, so super happy with that. And yeah, great season nonetheless. So very interesting end to it all as well. And I think, yeah, definitely take a lot of positive out of this season. Maggie has the fastest lap as well. But that's annoying. On for potentially the win into that final corner. I need to watch it back in a moment's time. But questionable. We get P4 in the end. Hopefully I can get that changed, because I think the time penalty was a bit unfair considering I was skidding across the grass and gravel. I'll just prove I had no other warnings in a second. As Ahmed celebrates his victory, 2 wins in a row for the Alfa Romeo driver. And I was going to the racetrack to prove that I only had 2 warnings up to that point. So I got my warning and my penalty on lap 26, and then my 2 warnings earlier in the race. I would have ended with 2 warnings at the end. But yeah, you can see losing out on that second place. So yeah. We'll have to see what happens further on. Because we gave it absolutely everything today, you know. It was, but it's Constructors' Championship number 2. But we'll jump into the pie, because I've been invited to the podium interviews whilst not being on the podium. I don't know, how do I get onto the podium? Notifications. Here we go. And this should be interesting. Get Ahmed's apologies on the race.
For the podium interviews, Ben, make sure your voice is not always allowed.
Yeah.
My mic is broken, so King David can't join. But hopefully Ahmed and also Phil can join. No mic for Ahmed. So Phil is Phil around for an interview? Go on, Phil. Okay, so it's just gonna be Phil and Ben here today. So Ahmed, the race winner, can't join us today. So let's be real here. The person who will finish P2 on the podium after that penalty does get removed is going to be Ben. So a good race from you. Obviously, controversy on lap 26. I did actually find your stream actually, and you said, I think something along the lines of it's not over, like you still got laps to go and all that kind of stuff. You were motivated towards the end of the race, closing so much down to Ahmed at the end of the race. He must have been gutted when that incident happened then. But all in all, probably going to be P2 after a steward's review then. And yeah, how was that race for you?
Yeah, I think poor start. I'm not the best on starts. So dropped down to P4, but from there on, I think it was Maggot who had a small mistake and got up to P3, and then from there on it was, you know, David and Ahmed had great pace throughout the whole race, and managed to get past David after the pit stops, and then closing up to Ahmed. He was so quick on the straights, and I was really struggling. I had to be really close, either off Spoon or off the final corner, but decided to stick right behind him through Spoon, and on lap 26 went to the outside, and I feel like he might not have the greatest connection, because I saw him jittering about sometimes. So it might be down to that, but maybe just not realising I was going for the move, even though he covered the inside. But yeah, happy with the season. So a lot of positives.
Yeah, P2 in the season, a very good ending. Obviously, realistically getting P2 as so what was your ideas of going long on the softs then?
In all honesty, it was hoping that Ahmed and David would battle, and to be fair, I wasn't losing out massively on my delta. I was still about 4 or 5 tenths from my personal best, so I thought I might as well just go long. You know, you never know, there could have been a safety car. Just hoping for something to happen, in all honesty.
Well, yeah, obviously it was a good call, but obviously you did come out into the same position. But all in all, some very good battles. Obviously, so what was your mentality coming into the last like 10 laps of the race? Did you think that you could have taken it from 3 seconds behind, 3-4 seconds? Did you feel like you had the pace?
It was just through the first sector that I was gaining most of my time, and the gap just kept coming down. And I thought if I can get close to him, I can get past. But I didn't want to do anything risky, because we were in the battle for the constructors as well, which we managed to get. Me and Jazzy Jeff, so really happy with that. 2 constructors wins in a row. But yeah, I just head down, focused on catching him up, and tried to go for the move on the penultimate lap.
Well, yeah, obviously a controversy, but obviously I'd be surprised if you don't get that P2. But well done on those 18 points. Sadly, it wasn't enough to win the championship. King David does take that, but constructors, I believe you've got. So well done on that one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for joining the podium interviews. And P3, potentially P4. Phil.
What do you mean P3, P4?
No. Well, you're P3 at the moment, but Ben could get his penalty removed, so you could be P4.
I'm not having that. Not having that.
Anyway, Phil, a pretty good race from you today. Honestly, I did not catch most of it because I was looking at the battle at the top. But please, can you describe your race for us today?
Boring. Absolutely boring. Well, best at rest. I couldn't catch them, and others couldn't catch me. So I did what I could.
Yeah. So So who do you think was going to be your main battler? Who do you think? Did you think Bosmos could have been a challenge for you today? Obviously,
to be fair, he'd have been faster than me because he was on medium. So I think he'd have been challenging up there for win.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
But it don't help with the foot that I have got now. I can't really feel brake pedal properly. So.
Alright. What were your thoughts when I assume you probably saw Ben spin, then what were your thoughts on that one?
I didn't see anyone spin. All I seen was King David, and I thought he'd slowed down for some reason or lost it.
That was my fault.
And I thought he was coming up to a back marker. And then when I got to the hairpin, I realised it was them two. I'm like, wow, what's happened here? So I didn't really see anything. I just thought King David might have lost it.
Yeah. So, obviously, just a bit of confusion, so just everything happening for you today, Phil. Anything else to add?
No, it's just, I wish I could have had a better season. Well done to everyone for coming where they did. Hope to do better next season.
Yeah, obviously next season will be on the F1 2020 game. Came out today. Yes. The actual version comes out on Friday. I'm sure you two will be getting your hands on that as soon as possible.
I have got it.
Ben, I assume you'll be getting it as well.
I've got to wait till Friday, but yeah.
Yeah,
mine will be downloaded in a minute.
I haven't even bought it yet. So thank you everyone so much for watching. That is the last race of C3 of the Asia Cup then, and goodbye.
Oh.
Cool, right, in a bit.
Laters.
See you later.
Laters. Bye.
Right, and now we'll just have a look at the highlight reel. Normally I incorporate this into my video that I normally make of my league racing. So if you haven't subscribed, do so. Check out a lot of league racing on 2020 and a lot of my team content, trying to get that out as quickly as possible because I'm so excited for my team. But nevertheless, we'll have a look at the replay, the highlight camera. Normally I incorporate this into the race, so you see these clips throughout, but we'll have a watch and probably see the have a look at the crash, I think. But here's my start. Awful. I didn't get the reactions I wanted at all. The lights went out so quickly, and from here on, I got swallowed up. Ahmed actually got a brilliant start. He was in 5th. Managed to just slide in that gap, it thinks. I mean, he went around the outside of me beautifully. The Racing Point and Ahmed go around the outside of me. Perfect. They're slot into P4. Ahmed does it quite nice, to be fair, as well. And then from there on, we'll move up into 3rd place at some point. That's a cracking camera angle of people in the grandstand. Some rain. Looks like rain almost. I mean, it's beautiful. Nice little Italian flag. And behind the safety car, we are there. So yeah, still in P4 at the moment. Do love a good slow-mo shot in the highlight reel. You can get them longer. Bunched up behind the safety car. He's done very well this season, but he does love to slow the pack right down. I think he got below 40 kilometers an hour at one point. Nevertheless, another beautiful slow-mo of the Haas. Oh, it does look nice. My other one was rubbish this season, and then we're chasing down Ahmed after the pit stops. We managed to get past King David, and then she was sparking away. I think I run the suspension too soft. It does help me in the corners, but you can see I think that's where I'm losing my top end speed. At this point, still closing up to Ahmed. We spent ages closing up to him. He's so great. I had to give it absolutely everything. So fair play to him on that front. Yeah, going down into turn 1 again, and another lovely shot on the mediums. And here we go. This is it. McLaren just behind. Decided to stick behind Ahmed now as you go into the thing, and see we're just smashing into a barrier. Then I think the McLaren goes through me. I was lucky not to get any damage and carry on and finish where I did. And I come across the line there to get Peter on track. Can you have a look at the different camera angles? No, you can't. It's a bit annoying. We'll see what we can do. You can use photo mode. I should have a look. In all honesty, I'm not having a go at Ahmed. Oh, I'm a bit too far back. Still going to be about there. I think he had the room, and I was trying to go to the outside, but it's unfortunate. I think we're going to get to P2 anyway because we got a penalty for this, because we went off track and apparently exceeded track limits. I don't know how you exceed track limits there. It's grass and gravel, and I was on the outside. Nevertheless, so we come across the line for P2. Well, went down to P4, but very happy and a good way to round out the season. But yeah, 2 wins, quite a few podiums. I think we've definitely helped our podium and win tallies at RLH, and we'll be looking to go again next season on F1 2020. But we'll go back to the Haas when it appears. It served me well this season. I will not be racing the Haas on the next game. Don't like the livery of. I don't like this livery in all honesty, but we'll give it our best next season as well, and give it absolutely everything, like we did today. Got to keep positive. But of course, Constructors Championships, very, very happy with that. 2 Constructors Championships for me in a row. And I think that's where we end it. So thank you everyone for watching. We got a new video on Thursday, we hope. Another montage, so hopefully big support for that like we had on the last one. But we'll see everyone on the track for, for any of my commentary. Of course, there's no commentary in any of my montages. My next commentary video will be on F1 2020, so look forward to that. And we'll see everybody, all 41, we'll see all 41 subscribers next time in a couple of days on F1 2020 when I eventually get my hands on it. And what a season in the Asia Cup. And what a time at RLH. And goodbye everyone, and we'll see you all soon.